everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going to take you through all the gear that I keep in my Fj60 and how I store it. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy it. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. All right, that's enough clips of the truck. We're not here for the truck, we're here for the storage inside of the truck. So as you can see, there is tons of stuff to go over, and everything in these boxes has some critical things that I like to keep with me as I'm driving my truck around, as well as how I like to maximize the storage within inside an Fj60, because as you can see, it has plenty to offer anybody. So the first thing we need to talk about before we get into the actual cargo space is how we get into there. The Fj60 is comprised of a two-part section, which is the upper hatch as well as the lower tailgate. And what's cool about the lower tailgate is it's got this nice carpet and dubs as a bench, so you don't need to bring one of those along when you're in the forest and you need a place to sit. So as you can see, my cargo area is composed of a lot of boxes. What I like to use to store a lot of my things are these old storage trunks. This one is actually my mom's from college, which is pretty cool. I get to put it in here as a vintage look, as well as old ammo containers. One, the ammo containers dub as a sealed place for anything that can't get wet, as well as they're really easy to grab right out of the truck and pull out whenever you need them. So I usually like to pack my truck exactly the same, just so I can know what exactly I have inside of it. Some of the things that do come out quite a bit are my go bag, which is just the standard bag. I've used this bag all over the country when I was traveling, and it's really robust and it's really easy to just grab out. And for the most part, this has a lot of just camping clothing, anything I might need if I just decide to go on a little adventure. Got my trusty skateboard. Anybody that's been following the channel for a long time knows that I love to skateboard, so this is a must when I'm driving around. This might be the most important box that I have in here at any given time. So we're gonna go through that so we can see what it really is. So this box right here is my toolbox. This box actually came from Harbor Freight. It's a really cheap tool set, and it's got basically everything you would need on the road. If you ever break down, it's got 3 shelves, all your main wrenches and sockets. So I take this everywhere I go, no matter what's in here. If I never need to empty this out to haul, this box will be in here. It's never a bad idea to have your main wrenches that you're gonna need when you're traveling around on the road. Now we're gonna talk about all of these blankets in here. So what I like to do when I go camping is I usually throw all the seats forward, and in order to be able to camp in here, I make sure that I have plenty of sleeping bags at all times. I also have a really cool bare butt hammock that really is amazing, just in case you want to link off to the roof basket and hang to a tree, depending on what the weather is or how many people are going with you. As well as just I have a couple more blankets and a backup sleeping bag, just in case there are more people going with me on the trail. I like to keep some rags just in case I'm out working on the truck. I want to be able to wipe down anything that may be getting my hands greasy. Another bag back here that was the dubs as a carry-all bag, just in case you just need something small and you don't want to take the go bag that we saw earlier. As well as I have another bag that's in here that has a lot of just additional tools, drill bits, safety goggles, pretty much anything you may need additional to the toolbox there. As I spoke about earlier, I have these old school cargo trunks that store a lot of the stuff back here. I know a lot of the Fj60 cruiser world has the drawers back here. I haven't gotten to that point of my build just yet, but these work just as good. That's because I have under here a horse mat that goes in stalls, and it's very hard, and it gives me the ability to pull my trunks in and out, and as well as make it very easy to vacuum out or clean out whenever I need to. Let's check out what's in box number 1. So this box is, I consider my fluid box. I have a lot of things that, like jumper cables, that's always super important to have in any vehicle, not just your Fj60. Extra backpack, as well as a towel, just in case we need to go swimming in some cool swimming hole. We have a lot of fluids. Make sure that I have some engine oil, some coolant just in case. Some gear oil is always a good one for your diffs or your transmission. A plug-in light. That's always really, really great if you need to get into your engine bay and actually see what you're doing. I also have a drill in here, just in case. Want to make sure that that's all charged up. That can come in handy, just in case you're at a camping spot and you need to drill some holes or something. fuse kit for anything wiring, as well as some screws, just in case you need that kind of stuff. Something goes bad wiring wise, not even just on your own rig, on somebody else's rig. That's always a huge one. But wait, there's more. Of course there's more. There's a lot of other good stuff in here. We got some duct tape, a pong ball, zip ties, some firecrackers, just in case you need those. Some wiring to go with the wiring kit I showed earlier. Some saws, some extra flashlights. I got a brick in there. We got a umbrella and some extra rope, just in case you need any of that stuff. Can never be too prepared. I wanna make sure that I'm ready for anything that comes at my way when I'm driving this rig around. So this is box number 2. This houses most of the additional tools outside of my toolbox that I may need on a day-to-day to work on any given cruiser that kind of comes into my life that day. Such things as, brake fluid, off is in here. We have some extra hammers for those chilly mornings to scrape your windshield with the ice scraper, as well as some torque wrenches and some other additional trinket tools. But for the most part, just fluids and tools in this one, just in case something goes wrong anywhere I go. So we're getting down to the last couple of boxes within the rear cargo area. The last couple ones are more of the heavy duty things that I might need to carry around. Like I said, these ammo boxes are very easy to move around, and as well as they stay very sealed. When you're trying to go open them, you're able to get right into them, and as well as move them around how you wish. Again, very easy on the horse mat to move them in and out of the truck. Ammo box number 1 just has a couple more wrenches in them. I have a multimeter in there, a baseball, just in case you need that. Box number 2 has fuse, as well as a deflated tube, just in case I want to go floating on the river when the weather starts to get nicer. And the final box in the middle here is one of the most important boxes that I used to use a lot. It's my chain box. I always kept the chain in here just in case, but now that I have that winch, really don't need it as much as I used to. But still good to have in here for emergency situations. So these bigger boxes, ammo boxes, house some of my bigger tools. In this one, I have an impact gun, my extension cord, a grinder, just in case I need those things. Again, I'd like to mention that I do work out of this truck when I'm working on my other Fj60, so it's really nice to have this stuff at an easy, quick and go situation. So this is the last box within the Fj60. All I'm saying is I hope it houses the winning lottery ticket numbers. So let's find out together. All that's in there is that you're gonna subscribe, like, and share these videos? No, really, there's not much in this box. There's some binoculars that I like to keep back here, emergency jack stands, little first aid kit that I like to keep back here as well, with some band-aids and some small trinkets just in case somebody gets hurt. Going above the boxes within the back of the rear cargo, I do have additional tools back here for when I'm actually out camping. I have an axe that's just standard to have on your vehicle when you're out and about, as well as a tree saw, hand saw. It's never a bad idea. If you don't have access to a lot of these types of boxes or place to store, there's some really unique storage areas that you can use within the Fj60 that already exist. Let me show you. So these panels are actually the factory Toyota Land Cruiser storage areas. Most of the time, this panel tends to hide the Toyota factory toolkit. Mine's in there just behind some other panels, but I do have additional things like a tarp, another first aid kit, of course the factory bottle jack, as well as some ratchet straps. Also in this panel, this is for where you fill your rear wiper motor. So when your rear cargo hatch is dirty, this is where that fluid is going to be coming from. So this stuff can be utilized however you'd like. I've seen a lot of different renditions of these panels being used, but if you don't have the access to all these boxes, this would be a great place to start. So there's 2 additional places that I like to store some things beyond the rear hatch, and I'm going to show you those things. And after, I'm going to show you my absolute favorite thing that I like to store within my truck. So underneath the front driver's seat and passenger seat, there's a little cubby right here. Again, I like to use a small ammo box to slide in and out of there, and it comes out fairly easy. And it's just maybe a place that you didn't really think you could use as storage, but it works really great on both sides for me. So the last storage place I like to store things is under the rear seat. I tend to keep only clothing and small things like a hatchet, another first aid kit, as well as a paper Virginia Atlas. Just in case my phone dies or I don't have service, I'm able to get out of wherever I am. Sometimes it can be hard to house a fishing pole within your truck or car, depending on what you have. I found a really creative way to put mine in my truck. I have it on my D-pillar, as well as over here behind the passenger seat, hanging on the handle. It really makes it really easy to get it out when I'm ready to go fishing, or I found a really great fishing hole. So, time for me to get out there, try to catch some fish. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. If there was a place that maybe I missed for storage within your own Fj60, comment below. I'd love to hear about it to help improve my own truck. But for now, I gotta get it to the water, see if I can catch anything.